Welcome back to Legion Field. Bulldogs victorious 21-7 over the Alabama State Hornets. We're joined here in the postgame show with assistant head coach and defensive coordinator, Coach Bronski Towns. Coach, another fine effort from your team today, your defensive side, as the Bulldogs win it 21-7, just really shutting down Alabama State's offense. At one time in the fourth quarter late, about 150 yards of total offense. Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I thought we had a good week of practice getting ready to play, had a good game plan, and I told the kids they carried the game plan that possibly if they scored 7 points, that'll probably be all that they should get unless make some mistakes somewhere. And they didn't make a lot of mistakes in the second half. As a matter of fact, the halftime I told them if they don't score no more, we wasn't going to lose the ball game. So they came out and done that for us the second half.
Coach, you had a lot of big hits out there today from Julius Pruitt. What did he mean to the defense today?
Well, what happened, Pruitt was a kid that got hurt at the start of the year, and he pulled a groin early in the season. So he came back, he's getting well, getting healthy for us right now. He would have been a starter if he had been well, but he wasn't. But I thought this was a game for him to play, and he ain't played much all year. He played a lot of positions for me and stuff like that. But he made some big-time hits today, big-time plays, and that's what a senior do for you in your program. He's a fifth-year senior for us. He stepped up like a senior would, fifth-year player playing for us today.
Coach, early on in the game, we saw Frank Kearse able to penetrate their offensive line and get in the backfield, and also Afu Okerson just making a lot of solid tackles.
Right. I tell you what, we have to get back to the basics again. We lost some basics last couple of weeks as far as taking care of gaps and making good tackles, and today we got to the basics again, and the kid made good plays for us. Like I say, I can't say enough of the defense, the way they played the first and the second half of the ball game. I believe they might have had less than 200 yards for the whole ball game. Yep. Without a late penalty down there, and I know they wouldn't have had at least that many yards.
Coach, what does it mean to the defense when you get an active quarterback? What's the first thing that you usually try to get the defenders to understand in your scheme of things?
That we got to corral him, keep him inside, and don't let him hurt us of running the football. And we didn't mind running football the last part of the ball game because it was over. They ran it in, they was through. So we didn't mind running about the three-man rush at that time, but we still ended up getting a sack with a three-man rush at him. So our kids done a tremendous job of getting at the quarterback all day.
Coach Towns, today is Halloween. We look at Ted Dixie. Of course, on the radio, you can't see him right now live, but you can go to AAMUsports.com, go to the Bulldog YouTube channel. Ted's got on, I think, a 1971 Alabama A&M helmet.
I think I wore this when I was back at Alabama A&M. This helmet here with the A with the Bulldog inside of it.
Got the A with the Bulldog inside. I like that insignia.
Yes,
Coach,
it is.
Coach Towns wore that helmet back when he was at A&M, and Ted's looking goofy as always. But no, I'm just kidding, Ted.
This is my Halloween costume. I'm a Bulldog defender, baby.
Coach Towns, we thank you for joining us here in the postgame. Congratulations on the Magic City Classic victory.
Good job, Coach.
Glad you had me.
That's Coach Bronski Towns joining us. Now we'll bring in offensive coordinator Cedric Pearl, whose offense today did an outstanding job. And Coach Pearl, welcome into the postgame show. Victorious 21-7 over the Alabama State Hornets. And first off, freshman quarterback Deontay Mason started. You guys did an outstanding job. We're not telling that because you're here, but great game plan in helping that young man manage the offense. Fine day by the Mason.
Right. Yeah. You know, we had an open week, and we used that time to really get him prepared for this ball game, and he played well today.
Coach, I hear your little hoarse in your voice. What were you screaming to Coach Jones in that headset?
Well, I really wasn't screaming a whole lot. I've been screaming all week, you know, trying to make sure everything is right because we really wanted this victory coming off, you know, the last game. But we didn't play well with the 6 turnovers. But we got a good victory tonight. Just proud of the guys and the way they played.
Now, we went to a lot of 5 wide receiver sets with Mason today out of the shotgun. Didn't really run the ball a lot early on. Is that because Lifus out as tight end, Banks a little bit banged up, or is Mason just more in his own with a 5 wide receiver shotgun set?
Well, the reason why we really did that is because what they gave us out of 5 wide. You saw the opening play,
right?
And we thought about if they were going to stay in cover 2 with that, we would have stayed with that play earlier with Harris down the middle. But they got out of that real quick, and then when they got out of that, it presented some other opportunities for some other guys. So we stayed with it, and they were all short routes that could create big plays.
Right.
So just because you're 5 wide don't mean you got to be running vertical stretches all down the field. There are a number of ways to attack people.
And then you mentioned Thomas Harris. We're getting back on track, Coach. Nearly 200 yards in receiving, 2 touchdowns today. What does he mean to offense to get him back?
Big. We really wanted to try to get him back this week because he hadn't had the ball the last 2 games. I don't think he had over 5 catches.
Right.
And, for our offense to go, him and Banks really have to have the football, and you see what happens.
Coach Pearl, we know you guys have to get down to the field for the post-game photo show, I guess we'll call it, get those victory trophy and get the photos made. And I sent you a text. I don't know if you got it. Texas Southern 51, Alcorn State 21. We're in the driver's seat of the Eastern Division.
Well, that's what Coach Jones told the guys. If we came out winning today, we could be back in first place, and that's good. We just got to keep playing better.
That's right. Congratulations. We'll see you next week at Prairie View A&M. Bulldogs win it 21-7. Let's take another timeout. We're here in the postgame show. 68th Annual Magic City Classic in the books. Bulldogs on top 21-7. We'll be back in just a moment.
Getting ready.